All right, it is 2 hours UTC, and once again, we're gathered together again here for another live stream of Astronomy Daily Live. So, hey, everybody, hope everybody's doing well out there. Things are good here. Actually, we've got storms in the area. So, as I said before, usually with storms in the area, there's a possibility of losing power. So, hopefully not, but there's always a chance. So if we all of a sudden just disappear, you'll know why. It's probably wasn't any kind of nuclear event or anything. Just a little storm on the porch, and so we got to run in and get out of the rain. So yeah, that probably won't happen. Probably won't. But yeah, so hope everybody's doing well. Come on in, join this ever-growing circle of friends. I noticed today I'm up to 115, so that's pretty good. I mean, relatively speaking, yeah, that's okay. Hope everybody enjoys it. I know that not everybody can see this live because of the time, right? But that's one of the problems with living on what probably is a spherical planet. So that's just how it goes. I'm going to look in my chat here, make sure that there's no mischief going on. Nope, no mischief yet. So cool. So come on in. Glad you could join the circle here where, we forget about everything else for a while. The news is off, the TV is off. We're going to focus on the universe and all things astronomical. We throw some science in there. Once in a while, we'll get off onto a tangent. That is just fine. But I try not to tangent too much at least. So yeah, I definitely have the hydrogen hydroxide tonight. It's a very, very, very calming molecule. So yeah, and I've got a little bit more than a mole in there. So got quite a few of those molecules in here. So cheers. And I've got two panelists today. We've got Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
What's up?
Hope everything's well over there.
Yeah, all's well. Ottawa, it's ATWAR.
She's what?
There's Ottawa, there's ATWAR.
Oh, Snake. Hey there, Snake. Nice to see you in the chat. Come on in. Come on in. Circle of friends here, just gathering together to talk all things astronomy for about an hour or so. And we have a new panelist tonight. Old name, new panelist, Uncle Bill. Uncle Bill, what is going on?
Hello, y'all. How you doing?
So I think it was it yesterday? Was it yesterday's stream or the day before? I forget exactly when you had mentioned again about CalSky, and so yeah, I think it was it this morning? I woke up and I'm like, you know what? Uncle Bill knows about CalSky already. I'm going to see if he would just come on and show us CalSky. So very, very cool. All right, so Snake was invited by Uncle Bill. Cool. Nice to have you in here, Snake. Very, very cool. So yeah, Uncle Bill's going to walk me through CalSky. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to create an account, probably a temporary one. I guess one of the problems with with sharing your CalSky screen is that it sort of gives away personal information of some sort. What exactly is it, Uncle Bill, that they
Well, as you noticed, is your geographical coordinates. That's working. The other thing is it also shows your account number with CalSky.
Oh, okay.
Now, as to what anybody can use CalSky to attack you other than spamming you with notifications, I don't know, but I don't have to like it either.
Yeah, I don't like that either. So what we're gonna do, what I'm gonna do tonight is create an account that is basically gonna live as long as this live stream lives.
Exactly.
So
Uncle Bill, what is the difference between CalSky and those observation apps?
Difference between CalSky and what?
Observation apps like Stellarium.
Okay, well, Stellarium's a program on your computer to let you put in a time and a location and see what's up. CalSky is going to let you do the same sort of thing that you do that Cosmic is showing us on Heavens Above. Okay, but it's going to have more functionality and whatnot. It'll let you look and it'll tell you what events and what nights you want to plan observations for. Then you can open up your CalSky to see what it's actually going to look like.
Okay, now does that work with amateur radio satellites or no?
Well, Stellarium does, and I'm going to say yes. It's just a matter of looking at the right satellite database. There's a lot of satellites in there, just like there is on Stellarium.
Okay.
yeah, cool. Well, yeah. So, but before we get into that, I just wanted to sort of follow up with yesterday's live stream. I didn't, if I would have thought about it for about 5 seconds, I would have realized how easy a little Perl script would be, to actually pick out the stars that sort of moved in the same way. Pick out those stars from the database, put them in another list, and then you use the plotter to plot those stars actually on top of all the other stars. And so I think I did it this morning, if I remember right. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to do my entire screen like that. And then I'm going to come over here to this screen. And so this is a very, 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 very simple program that is written in a language called Perl. And Perl is pretty awesome at most things. It sort of looks like C, and it sort of doesn't. What I use Perl for most is sort of parsing text or parsing lists of numbers, and of course, the results that we get from Gaia are just these lists of numbers, right? So here's just a simple little program I wrote. I'll get to these in a minute. So what this is saying is that it's going to go into a while loop, and it's just going to look at the input from what's called standard in, which is me actually passing a file into this program, and so it's just going to loop over each line, and it's going to take each input line. It calls that input line this symbol here, dollar with an underscore. So that's each line, and it's going to split that input into columns separated by commas. Okay, and so then I just grabbed the third and fourth column, which Perl, it starts its counting from 0. So, you know, if you look at the original file, right, it was m25.csv, CSV. So this would be column 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the columns I want here. And that's going to get the proper motion for the RA and deck. And then this is where all the magic happens, right? I just say that if the RA of the current star is greater than some minimum RA that I've defined, and it's less than a maximum RA, and the declination proper motion is greater than some minimum declination and less than some maximum, then I'm just going to print out that entire line. So that's what I did. And as you recall, this this file has 1,367 stars in it. The other one, what did I call it? I don't remember. Members. If we look at members, that's CSV. Yeah, there's 359 of them. And so I'm just going to do this really, really quick because I want to get to CalSky. If we do this, right, so I'm going to plot all the stars with black. That's what this line color 8 is here. But then on top of that, I'm going to plot all the members line color 7, which is red. So if I do that, I need to set my data file separator, commas, 4, 2 commas, wink. And okay, those stars are a little bit big. Let me let me knock that down a little bit. Let's go about a quarter of that. Oh, there we go. There we go. So those are all the stars that have basically the same motion. And what I found a little bit interesting, right, is that these brighter ones here, which seem to be, part of the cluster, they're the same brightness and everything else, but they're not quite moving like any of these guys, right? So all I've done is I've just defined my minimums and maximums. Just made a little box around that concentration of proper motions, and just picked them out. So yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off really, really quick. All right, so let's get over to CalSky. I've got CalSky loaded, and I'm just going to turn this over to Uncle Bill. He's going to kind of walk me through this whole thing. So I've gotten onto CalSky.com, and let's see. I just want to make sure. There we go. Okay, I'm looking at it on my smartphone over here, just making sure that we can see it. Okay. So all right, I think I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Okay. Should we do a brief look at just the guest use instead of creating an account to start with?
However you want to go with this.
Well, let's try that just to get a clue of what's going on. And everybody wants to see when ISS coming by, so click on satellites on the top menu. And Bobby might want to mute himself because I can't see CalSky when he comes up.
Okay, let me try to. There we
all
go.
I see is Bobby right now. There we go.
There we go.
Okie doke. All right, you got satellites up, and let's see. Then you got a big sub menu came up, and you see International Space Station (ISS) in the sub menu.
Okay, way up here. I see. Okay, so each of these is like a tab.
Right.
Cool.
You've got a menu and sub menus, and you see that little red box that says TOC on the left.
Yeah.
That will send you a table of contents of the entire site, and it's
Nice.
huge. Okay. But if you'll just to give everybody a quick look, go to the International Space Station.
That one right there?
Yeah. And this will be the same sort of thing we've been doing with Heavens Above. And let's see. And it looks like it's at a default location in Pierce, United States. I guess they probably did that with picking your
Yeah, that's
IP number.
Yeah, that's pretty close to me. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just stick with that. And there you see select start of calculation, and I'm going to guess that's today's date and time. And you got a duration, anything you're going to see in the next 12 hours. So hit the green go button.
Okay. So by default, I guess this is set to a local time, right?
Right. That's going to be local time.
Yeah.
And 12 hours, you can change that and look at a whole week or a month or whatever in the future if you want.
Or even a tenth of a second if you want.
Exactly.
All the way up to 2 months. Wow. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to hit now.
Yeah, in fact, since we're just looking at one satellite, let's put 1 week in there.
Okay. Put in 1 week. Yeah, and I think
And
Heavens Above does 10 days, I think. So, okay. So it says duration automatically extended to 3 days in order to show some data. Okay.
Okay, well, we just changed it to a week. So
I got you. Right. Yeah. Oh, no, haven't specified an observing site.
And it looks the same, but if you got a big scroll bar, so if you'll scroll down, you'll see a whole list of events.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right.
That
So
top is just some introduction and tells you a little basics about how to read the chart.
okay.
And
Yeah.
you've got a bunch of extra options you could enter into the chart.
Nice. That's what all this is.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Visible.
Half of that I'm not even familiar with right now. So yeah, you can see where you only illuminated events because you're not going to see it when it's not illuminated.
Right.
You could add in transits and such. Just above that, only sun moon events.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, it does a real good job of showing transits and occultations and stuff.
Right.
All right, and if you scroll down, and if you find an event you like, you can see the ground track, you can see the star chart, just like you're accustomed doing. You've got a little on the right. You've got a little preview star chart. Okay, so when you see just like that third one, you only got just a little mark in the left. You probably won't even bother with that one. You'll just ignore it, right? The one above it is almost daylight. See how it's kind of blue instead of a dark gray?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that one might be a decent event. I'm going to say, 8:55. You can probably see that. It's dusk still, but you could probably see that. It's a little low on your north horizon, but it's a good event. Okay. Yeah. That event on Wednesday, it looks like a real good one.
Right. Actually, I think this site is giving me this in Mountain Daylight Time. So I think that all these times are 1 hour ahead of what they actually should be.
You're probably right, since it's especially if Pierce is on daylight time, that's what it's going to get.
Yeah, and it's not, right?
Okay.
Arizona, we are always on Mountain Standard Time, always. we don't change.
Okay. That would be nice. That would be really nice.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so yeah, so this is just showing.
And like I would say, you know, if I was looking at this and just in a real big hurry, I would look real quick. Wednesday really catches my eye right off the quit
Okay, so
because
if I
you've got a good overhead track.
right,
Let's see, we're looking at magnitudes going up from -3.5 to -4.
yeah,
So
that's
it's
very bright.
bright. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's as bright as Venus, right?
that,
So
that's a real good showing right there.
yeah,
Got the ground track and see if the star chart link works.
okay.
I think ISS is even a link too. You can get some details on the satellite.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed that. Okay, so
It's
here
about
we go.
everything's a linkable thing. And
Hmm.
seeing, okay, and they're showing you how much brighter it gets as it climbs in the sky. Too.
Cool. And I mean, it's going to vanish here, right? Because it's moving into the shadow of the Earth. Yeah. Yeah, and that's actually pretty interesting to see, because it fades away, right? I mean, it's pretty fast, but you can definitely see it fading, sometimes even changing color. So very, very cool. Okay, so this is trying to get my bearings here. This is north.
Correct.
Which way is this? Because I guess I was expecting this to be coming out of the northwest.
It is. It is. You got north to the top, west is right, and east
West is right.
It's going to be the same as your stellarium view.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Laying on the ground flat with north at your head and your feet pointing south. And
Aha. Right. It's going to be coming out of my upper right. Yeah.
Yeah. And as
Nice.
it climbs in the sky, it's getting progressively brighter, so you see it get bigger and bigger on the chart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is this like every minute? Is that what that's
I'm going to guess,
showing?
yeah, you see, yeah, well, look, you see your tooltip popping up when you hover on it?
Yeah.
And so it's giving you the exact time of every point on that line.
Okay, so that looks like actually every 10 seconds. Because I'm seeing like 21, 32, 40.
That okay,
50.
yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean it couldn't. Yeah, because I think a full pass usually lasts about 6 minutes or so. So yeah, okay. So that's showing it every 10 seconds. And yeah, as it gets closer to us, it appears to move faster. So yeah, that's a pretty good pass. That's so when's that happening? That's
That
happening.
was Tuesday evening, I think, for you.
Okay.
Or rather for Peters, which you said was close to you.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that's tomorrow night. Or no. 2 nights from now. Yeah. Nice. That's a pretty colorful chart too. I'm just trying to zoom in. Oh, okay, I see. All right, cool. So let's go back. Can we go back? Is this the easiest way to get back? There we go. I'm going to sort of click on ISS and just sort of see what that does too. Just as you say, it looks like it's probably just basic information, but
yeah, there's all sorts of links and links within links everywhere you go on this site. And quite frankly, I know probably maybe 10% of what this site has to offer. I got a lot more than Heavens Above does.
Yeah, very cool.
It's not quite as user friendly and it's not quite as pretty, but it's got a ton of information.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's just showing I don't know why it's jumping around like that, but huh. Yeah, just a lot of info in terms of the observation itself, right? How fast
Right.
it's moving.
And a lot of this data is coming from your favorite sources that you're always teaching us, you know, from the NASA and JPL and who is it you look at for satellite stuff, for orbital elements and things.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Guys, the same sources.
cool. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it'll link you to those sources too if you want to look that deep.
Nice, nice. Let's look at the ground track here too. All right, yeah. Okay, so sort of X marks the spot, I guess. That's where I am, and yep, there it is. It's so this is showing a couple of orbits. It looks like
Yeah, the orbit before and the orbit after your observation.
gotcha. Nice. And this is just showing where it's nighttime and where it's daytime, right?
Correct.
So yeah, everybody up north, wow, that sun is up all day. And everybody down south, no sun at all.
Yeah, I've got a friend that streams out of St. Petersburg, Russia right now, and she's in white nights.
Yeah, wow, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I grew up at a latitude of about 47 degrees north. So technically speaking, I never had any dark nights. I was always in astronomical twilight.
Right.
But not anymore. All right, well, cool. Let's keep going. What else?
Okay. I just since I brought it up earlier, scroll back up to the top, and let's take a quick look at that table of contents, and you'll see just how much this site has to offer. Okay, in that sub menu, see the little red square on the side that says TOC on the left side. Yeah, click that.
Yeah, wow, holy moly.
Never used this, but it's a way to show you just how much this site has to offer. Okay, it's not probably not the easiest way to navigate the site, but it gives you an idea just how much is there, and it's a lot.
Well, for somebody who likes data and likes to look at tables of things and stuff, this is your site.
Yes, it definitely is. I discovered they've even added stuff for people doing solar panels. So yeah, you can sit there and you can calculate the best way and best angle for your solar panels and compare the energy intake of a fixed panel to one that has a tracking system.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the page. That's one of the pages there underneath the sun there that you'll find if you look hard enough.
Very cool.
All sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And another thing that really, really, really makes this site strong and why I recommend setting it up an account is the email notification system. Because I get a daily email from CalSky just for my weather. Okay. Which saying I don't use any kind of commercial weather service or anything. I like to get my weather direct from National Weather Service. And CalSky uses that same numerical model that comes from the National Weather Service and sends that to me in a graphical way, kind of like what's the name of that website you go to see whether or not your skies are going to be clear?
Oh yeah, like Clear Sky, I think it's called, something like that. Yeah.
My email that I get at 4 a.m. every morning looks a lot like clear sky. It tells me the phases of the moon, the scene, the transparency, the wind, the rain that I'm going to get, just you name it, it's all there in a little graphical chart, and it's totally from that National Weather Service numerical model with no human second guessing the data. And I find it a whole lot more accurate than even what I get from the National Weather Service, much less going to weatherchannel.com.
Right.
Yeah, because once you get down to that line, you've got all sorts of humans tweaking the data to make it look like what they think is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't trust that stuff.
Yeah.
I've used CalSky. I think my account with CalSky is probably over 20 years old.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I think I've probably heard of it, but I've never gotten into it at all. So yeah, I'm glad you're here to show us around a little bit.
And you've got options to completely customize that email notification to where it'll tell you what about, you know, ISS transits or other satellites you're interested in, or any satellite transit above a certain magnitude,
Mm-hmm.
or what do you call those moon events? Obscura something at the
Occultations.
moon. No, it's like that something obscura. When we see the mountaintops on the other side of the Terminator.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I forget what it's called now. In fact, if you'll scroll up to moon, if you'll scroll up to moon.
Okay. All right, I'm there.
All right. Let's see. Physical data. Ephemeris. Phenomenon and light rays. Number 9.
Oh yes. The various interesting looking things. Yeah.
Right. Clair obscure is the word I was looking for.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you'll see there's a checkbox for it right there underneath that paragraph. Include Clair obscure effects.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Click that checkbox. Okay. Now, when you hit the go button, your chart will include those events also.
Okay. Let's do it. Clair obscure. Yeah.
I can never remember that phrase.
Yeah. That's
Maybe it's because it's French instead of Latin. I don't know. Not that I'm any good at Latin either.
Okay, so seeing sort of the usual stuff here.
Yeah.
But here's a
narrow lunar sunlight ray visible. There's one on Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. The 18th.
And yeah, that moon map should be able to show you actually where on the moon that object or event happens.
That one right here?
Oh, on the right. See moon map?
Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, I'm going
right.
to pop it up. I'm going to load a new... Uh-oh.
Oh,
big,
okay.
Big trouble.
Yeah, that's using a sister website that's gone down. I forgot about that one. You could try details, see what that one does.
Okay. Okay, so it just...
They'll fix that moon map service or find another sister site to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is just going to give us some text details, so it's not going to give us a pretty chart.
Gotcha.
It'll tell you and teach you enough to know where to look for it.
Right. What is it this ray right here? Is that what that is, or what? What exactly is the?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm learning right along with you here, Cosmic.
Oh, I know. Doug Snyder. He lives about an hour from me. A splendid telescopic object, 45 miles in diameter. So that's the crater itself. Yeah, I don't know exactly what that one is though. So
Just skimming through that real quick, I'm gonna say that sounds like there was a break in the crater wall, and sometimes we get a ray of light through the break in the crater wall.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's keep going here. See what else.
Okay.
Vibration. Here's a Walter ray.
So another one I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, that's all I see for there, at least. But is there like a duration? Oh, select duration. Do I have to change this to something else?
Yeah, that would help.
Although it showed
Right.
several days.
And something else we might run into now, I don't know what the limit is on a guest account. This site gets a lot of use from a lot of professionals. Okay. And of course, the servers can't handle everybody in the world using it at once. So we're going to run into a time limit. And it's actually going to shut down and tell us that we've used too much time for a guest account. And I remember when that used to be a half-hour limit, but it might be longer now. They just upgraded the server.
Okay.
But once we've created an account, we get a longer time.
Right. Gotcha. So, do you know if CalSky then has like an API, some kind of programming interface where one could write a program to actually go out and grab this information? Because if you're saying professionals are using it, that's usually what that means.
It could be, and I wouldn't know where to find it unless it was in that table of contents. It'd probably be near the very bottom end of that table of contents. You might find something there.
Okay, yeah, we'll poke around.
I looked at a page that's just full of showing where all the sources of this data were.
Yeah, cool.
All of those probably do have APIs because CalSky is using all of those to get the data.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we're actually looking at the moon tab here, right? And there's just tons.
All right. You've got all sorts of submenu stuff to choose from.
Wow.
Where it gets close to stars, where it gets close to planets, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Vibrations are going to be in there. And seeing that's something else too, is when we create our account, we get to set. See over here, your little globe on the far upper right corner?
That one?
No, on the, yeah. All right, see the little drop down box that says hobby?
Yeah.
Okay, click on it and change it to astronomer. That bumps you up to where you get the max amount of data.
Okay.
You get the max amount of noise too.
Sure.
But now it's going to give you stuff that it wouldn't give a rank amateur because it expects you to have enough skill to be able to understand that data or how hard that event might be to see.
I gotcha. Yeah, here's whatever that is. Kind of interesting. I guess the moon map probably won't work then. No. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, we just found out that moon map. See, you'll notice the URL on that moon map's a completely different site.
Yeah.
Apparently, that site went out of business or something.
Right. Or at least it's temporarily down. So okay, yeah. So this is showing definitely a lot more events.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, because now CalSky knows that you're an astronomer and you have the skill level to deal with some extra information.
Yeah.
And of course, some of this stuff, especially the clair obscura or whatnot, a lot of those predictions are best guesses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's going to be one of those you go out an hour early and you stay out an hour later, and maybe a 20% chance you'll actually see something.
Hmm.
And maybe you care enough to actually report back to CalSky and let them know that you did see it. And I'm not even sure. There's probably a way to connect with them to be one of their observers to verify when their predictions are correct, so that
Hmm.
they can tweak their software. And
Nice.
it's a .com, but it is a European site. I'm not even sure where their base is,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a European site.
Oh, very cool. So yeah, I mean, this would satisfy lunar observers for forever, right?
Right.
Look at all that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's.
Whatever the specialty is, it'll keep you busy through the night.
Yeah, no kidding. No
Okay.
kidding. All right, well, where should we go next?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. All right. Let's look at what it's like to set up an account, because we've already used up half of our time. So,
All right, let's do it.
so let's. Okay, now I got to figure out how to do it. Try clicking on Pierce, United States, and that might get you where it gets your location. Click on that, and maybe we'll get to a point where it asks us to create an account. Okay, well, you get there, you can choose your location. So,
Okay.
and I think that's tied in with Google Maps, so you can zoom in or out as much as you want
Yeah,
and choose a location.
I got you.
And
Well, it says here that I'm pretty close to Johnny Ringo's grave, so sure, let's just stay right there.
okay, you can put a personal name on the site there at the top.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have to or no?
So the point of that is when you've created an account, you can have several observer locations, and you choose names for each location so that you can switch easily.
I see. Well,
Okay.
let me just.
So you just call that Johnny Barrow's grave or Johnny Ringo's grave or whatever. Okay, and then later on, you'd have another location and another location. I think I've got 4.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Previous addresses I've had, an observatory near me, a couple of, were a nephew's house, that sort of thing.
Right. Nice. Nice.
So when I know I'm going to be out on the road, I can change my location real quick and easy.
Right.
All right. Other ways you can enter your coordinates in the raw form. Country.
Right
So
here.
one of the nice things when you're using Google Maps, it'll also find your altitude automatically.
Yeah, that is very nice.
Because the altitude does matter.
Yep, it does. Sometimes it does.
Okay, so you can skip through all of those since we used the Google Maps version.
Okay.
I'm not even sure what that chart's showing. Okay. And there's the details of the current position.
Right.
And time. And there's probably a button there you can turn off that daylight time.
I think there might be is there oh, there isn't an Arizona time. Oh, okay. So
I don't either. Oh well.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to those guys about that.
Yeah.
I can do UTC though, right?
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
That would avoid confusion. Okay, and you've got your experience set to astronomer, so that's good. Ada says she's created an account as a learner.
Good for you, Ada. I think that's great.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing any better watching the chat than Cosmic usually does.
No, I think you're doing great.
Okay, let's see. All right, and there's your free login and registry, so you could actually create your actual account.
Oh,
And once
okay, cool.
and once you've done that, then you can set up the email and alert manager, and you have your daily email telling you about events in advance. So then,
Nice. Well,
then if you had an event, if you get that email in the morning and it says, "Hey, 3 days from now, ISS is going to occult such and such a star, and it's only 5 miles away from you," and it'll give you a detailed ground track of everything. Well, not in the email. The email will tell you the events happening, and will link you to the site, and then the site will give you a detailed ground track of who's going to see the occultation and when, so you can
nice.
actually choose your site and everything, and then you plan all of that in advance. And that comes back to what Bobby was asking at the start of the show. You can't do all of that with Stellarium. You can spend so much time on Stellarium fast strolling through night after night after night and miss the little details, or not realize that if you were observing from 5 miles away, you'd see something completely different. Okay. But with a site like this that's showing you a whole week or month of events in advance, then you say, okay, that's a night I really want to make the effort to observe. And then you can set it up that night in Stellarium and get a good simulation of what it's going to look like.
Nice. Yep. Cool. Okay. Well, so I should set up a username and a password and all that. Yeah.
Yes, you should.
All right.
And then you could save up a multitude of different locations. And like you said, you're going to delete this at the end anyway.
I probably will. Yeah. So I mean, any old username. I mean, is like EDL. Is that enough?
That might be. We'll see.
All right. Let's see. What should the password be? I don't want to. I guess I'm not going to give that out.
I don't know if it's going to obscure that or not. So make up something since you're going to delete. It did obscure it.
Yeah, it did. Okay.
Put your email address in there.
All right. I'll just. Okay. The username must contain at least 6 characters. So let's go. Go ADL.
There you go.
And I'll just do this. Everybody knows this one already, so I don't care. Okay. Need to do anything else really? There's all kinds of settings in here, but I think I mean,
Settings I
at
had
the time.
Let's see. Scroll back up to step 4 again. Okay. Remember, but check that first one. Remember current coordinate and time zone settings is your home. Let's see. The font size good for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Now that'd be a useful one for screen sharing, is hiding the info box. But that's something you can do anywhere in the site anyway.
Okay, cool.
Click on the info box to minimize it.
Right.
Calendar entry reminder. I just ignore that right now. I'm not that. Oh, okay. That works through Outlook, which I don't use anyway. Okay. Okay. The shared IP is only an issue if you've got somebody else at home that's also going to be using the site.
Okay.
It's different now.
Yep.
But Okay, with that unchecked, that just means whenever it sees your IP, it's going to automatically connect you to this account. Okay, if
Okay.
you did have multiple people, a whole household of astronomers, that would be kind of cool. But
Could
if
be.
you did, and multiple accounts working from the same IP, you would have to check that box, and everybody would have to log in every time they went to the site.
Right. I got you. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so I'll go, yeah, scroll down and click the big green button.
Um,
Might as well let Chrome save it.
Oh, I actually never do that, but
Really?
yeah, I'm just too paranoid.
I'm addicted to Chrome's password bank.
Well, to each his own. I don't have any problem with that. So, okay, so this says that my session expires in only 4 minutes.
Yeah,
That
we've been on it for a while and expected a whole lot from the server.
gotcha.
Let's see. Please check that you have entered and confirmed your password. I thought you did.
Thought I did too. Let me. I'll go back down and do it again.
Oh, you didn't do the confirmation. Okay.
Thought I did, but
Huh. I don't know what's up with that.
oh, let me,
Like I said, I created mine. I was in here just tweaking it just a little bit last week, but my account's been created for got to be 20 years, if not much longer.
it's thinking about it. There it goes. Okay, yeah. So here we are.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So now your observer box has changed. Okay, now you're a pre-registered observer, and it's not complaining about our time on the site anymore.
Right.
So
And there's my CalSky number.
Yeah, there's your account number, and every now and then that shows up in the URL. And that's why I don't like to.
Yeah, I can actually see that up here.
We haven't done this before, and there's your account. There it is in the address bar.
Yeah.
That's why we have not streamed this before, and that's why we're deleting this account as soon as the show.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable way to do it. So, all right, well, where should we go now? Because it looks like I'm logged in.
Thing now would be to, I don't know. We could probably do a whole show around setting up the email alerters.
Gotcha. Let's just. Why don't we quickly look at the calendar here and see what's happening?
Yeah, and that probably show a little bit of everything. Yeah, so you get all sorts of filters as to what you want to see or what you don't want to see.
Right. So timekeeping, general events, Earth orbiting satellites, recurring events, difficult objects, deep sky objects. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep.
You got your length, your period of time. You can set at the top of the page.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I've got it set to a year.
So it's going to be. I think it defaulted at the current time.
Yeah.
TDT might be the universal time you're looking for, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what TDT.
I looked that up and I got an answer I didn't understand, so I haven't really used it.
Okay. Hey, I'm noticing that HIP is in the chat. Nice to see you there, HIP.
Hey there, HIP.
MDK2 is also in the chat. Andy is in the chat. Tom is in the chat. Groovy. Yeah, I'm not paying a lot of attention to the chat either because we're looking at CalSky here. So, yeah, very, very cool. All right. Well, you guys behave yourselves over in the chat there.
Tip
All
says
right.
20 years ago, this website looked the same. It looked a lot like this, but it's added a lot of features just in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I discovered that just last week. I got to digging into this thing because a lot of what I get from CalSky is automated and comes to my email, and I almost never actually go to the site, believe it or not.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Unless the email sent me there was something I wanted to see.
Yeah.
So I got to looking in it, and I hit that table of contents button, and I found a bunch of features and a whole page describing new features that have been added in the last 3 years. And I'm like, wow! And I lost a whole night playing around with CalSky.
Yeah. This is a very broad and deep site for sure.
Extreme.
Yeah. Pretty.
And I mean, and we've only looked at a couple of chapters in the whole site here. We've looked at satellites and just the one satellite, the ISS in it, and we've looked at moon and just the lunar events for a week on that in the moon, and this we haven't scratched the surface yet.
Yep.
And here it is. We've been at it almost an hour now.
Yep.
You know? Okay, now you're on the calendar page, so you're seeing a summary of everything. So you're seeing moon events, you're seeing planetary conjunctions, you're seeing transits, rising times, you're seeing transit times. If there's a planet going to graze by a star, it would appear there. You're seeing a whole lot of moon events, you know, because and again, you've got that filter up above that's got a whole bunch of check boxes. So you probably want to fine tune it and uncheck some of those boxes for a summary page like this.
Yeah.
Unless you really want to see 100 entries per night.
Right. Yeah. You know, because some of these, you know, I don't know if they're incredibly interesting or not. Right. You know, the star going 5 degrees away from the moon. Yeah. You know, is that interesting? I don't know.
You know, it is
Yeah,
a
there's
double seventh magnification. You know, I mean, not magnification, magnitude. So, yeah, you're probably not going to pay much attention to that when the glare of the moon anyway.
Okay, so we've just entered astronomical twilight,
so
and
we're in information overload right now. And then I almost never use the calendar page for just this reason.
yeah.
I'll other pages, and I'll focus on one subject at a time.
Right. Well, and this was just for one day, right? So here's the next day.
Right.
So, oh, that's kind of cool. They have little like anniversaries and stuff too. That's cool.
I hadn't noticed that before.
There's an iridium flare.
Yeah, they do a real good job on the flares.
And I sort of like these charts over here. That's kind of neat because it shows you exactly where it is.
All right. Flare center line. That'll be a good click.
Where am I looking here?
On that same iridium event. See
right here?
Flare center line.
Yeah.
Okay, click on that. And if that's what I think it is, you'll have to scroll down. All right, and you can zoom in on the map. Okay, now you know where to go to get your best shot of that flare.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
Okay, and you can zoom into that, and that's going to be like every 10 seconds. Each one of those each one of them little dots.
Right.
But yeah, you got to hit the control key to scroll.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to try.
Zoom in. There you go. And you probably got to pop up on each one of them dots to give you a timestamp. Yep. Okay, so you can pick out where your observer location is going to be, and you can get right in that track and have the best chance of seeing that flare. And I see the same sort of thing when it comes to ISS, difficulty in the star or whatnot. In fact, there's one such event. I think it's been a week since I looked, but I think I'm expecting one tomorrow. I need to make sure that the orbital elements have not changed a lot and changed that location because it's real close to it.
And these things are just absolutely packed full of info. Wow. Gee whiz.
Again, and let's do this for the beginners. Scroll back up to the top.
Sure. Go here.
Right. Okay. And let's see if we can dial down some of these filters so we still don't see quite so much.
Right.
We do like satellites. We'll leave those alone.
Which one of these should I go to up here?
I was going to leave that alone, but yeah, you could try the learner level or something, and that might make these filters a little smaller too.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like your filters did get smaller. Okay. All right, and let's uncheck some stuff. Local events, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, if somebody like that, okay, you don't care about week number, you can uncheck that. You don't really care about the zodiac stuff, uncheck that. We're not worried about public holidays here. We're astronomers, so let's uncheck that.
That's right. Those holidays don't matter.
Yeah, I get my NASA TV through Twitch anyhow, so let's uncheck that.
All right.
And space hipsters will tell me about birthdays, so we can uncheck that too.
All right.
Let's see, lunar occultations we like, conjunctions we like, lunar eclipses we like, solar eclipses we like, meteor showers, yeah, lunar phenomenon, the sun, we'll keep all that there. We like satellites. Daily recurring events, let's not worry about sunsets and sunrises. Let's uncheck all of those. Okay. Deep sky objects, we get that through stellarium, so we don't need it. Let's do the Jupiter satellite, so let's check it. Cool.
Okay.
And hit the go button and see if it's a usable list now.
So we changed this and we changed a few things here. So that's cool. Okay. Yeah, so now instead of
maybe
a billion
we don't
events,
have information overload now,
yeah. Well, that's kind of nice. You know, you can sort of approach this at any level you want.
Right.
So
Right.
that's pretty nice. Yeah, and you know, I mean, they certainly have enough, I would think, to satisfy almost anybody.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it can show you more than you'll ever want to know, or it can show you just a little bit to get you interested and out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So of course, a lot of these events are going to be just for my location, but
Exactly.
several of the events, you know, like New Moon, right? That's
right.
for all of us. So cool. And yeah, I think this is in Universal Time. At least that's how I set it up. So I'm hoping it is.
Let's do one more thing before we shut down, because I see it's 3 o'clock UTC already.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit past.
Yeah, let's look at Jupiter Moon events. It's got a chart like Sky. You know that little chart that Sky and Telescope puts out every month?
Yep.
That shows you where the moons are going to be in a graph.
Yeah.
CalSky will give you one of those.
Sweet.
To go to planets.
Okay. Yeah. If people haven't seen what Uncle Bill is talking about, these are really awesome. Okay, so then I'm going to go to Jupiter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's going to bring up another sub-menu. Okay, yes it does. And we want...
Well, Probably that one.
I'm trying to remember the name of the chart we want. I know it's in here. Try data charts.
Data chart.
That may not be. No, that's not going to be it
not
either.
Close, but no cigar.
That's not the one I'm wanting.
Is it that one, maybe?
Phenomenon, maybe?
Yeah, either phenomenon.
Positional interference is going to be where the planet's at. We're looking for moon phenomena.
Well, let's try phenomena. Phenomena. Do, 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 do. Phenomena. Oh, I don't see any planetary phenomena, at least in the next month. So, yeah. Let's look at this anyway, just for fun.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those that's going to give us.
So this is just
chart of the Galilean moons and the red spot. And the one that does it for Saturn also, and they'll even show you pretty good representation of what the shadow looks like, which of course you can't see unless the moons fall into it.
Right. That's not quite it either.
Unless it's underneath there. It's quite a scroll too. So a lot of these pages, you don't realize what's there unless you take the time to scroll down.
Sure.
There's a text version of the chart.
Yeah, I saw that. That's not very pretty though.
No, there is a pretty version of it. I'm trying to remember where it's at. I posted one in Discord last week.
Huh. Would it be under the table of contents? Could we find it that way?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's a graphical almanac. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's go to
Jupiter.
Let's go to table of contents and see if under Jupiter. There we go.
Yeah, planets, Jupiter.
Right there.
Moon's chart. That's it.
Hopefully. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
and you get a little thing at the top showing you the inclination, exaggerated slightly.
Okay.
And you see the gaps in it where the shadow is.
Sweet.
You see what I'm talking about? You got a little in that chart.
Right here?
On the backside of the orbits, you can see the gaps in the orbits where they disappear into shadow.
Oh, these gaps.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah. Kind of hard to see, but yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. Gotcha. And you've got the chart so you can look at any particular day.
So
the different colors and bands tell you what's day and what's night, so you can narrow down the older colors, and the moon lines are actually the visible parts. So
okay, interesting.
So the horizontal gray is your nighttime. You've got real short nights in the middle of the summer.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. The little candy stripe in the center is the red spot. You got a little candy stripe going around that.
This dude right here?
Yeah. That's showing you where the red spot is on any particular day.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. Okay. And so this axis, the vertical axis, is the day and time, right? So this would be the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. So this is time, and then this is sort of
space.
It's space, right? So this is a space-time diagram.
Yeah, it's just you're seeing the position horizontally of each moon as it changes through time, and that makes all those signs.
Yeah, and of course these are.
There's a key at the bottom of the chart, so you know which moon is which.
Yeah.
Okay.
So of course these are just the 4 Galilean moons, the bright ones.
Right.
But yeah,
and that, the yellow bar going down through the center is Jupiter itself.
Right. And that's all to scale, right? All this is to scale?
I think so. Yeah,
I
it's
think so too.
only the vertical is exaggerated in that very top part.
Right, right.
That at the
So,
top shows you the inclination. It's exaggerated, but none of this is.
right. So the inner one is EO, sort of a little red, I guess. And then the
Yeah,
next one out is Europa. It's got a
right,
longer period.
right.
And then Ganymede is the green one. That's even a longer period. And then Callisto is the one way out here.
Right.
Very cool. So
And you
this,
and you can do that for Saturn also.
nice. Which ones of Saturn does it show? Let's find
Uh,
out.
I don't even know. I don't think I've ever spent any time with Saturn's moon. Yeah, I probably just like every first timer on the scope. I want to see the rings, and I'm happy.
This section lists times, light positions. Uh, um, I don't know.
Okay, I think it's still loading.
Oh, is it still loading? Oh, okay.
Still
I'm
loading.
I'm just being impatient.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
It is still loading. So does this sort of imply that it's doing the calculations on the fly, you think?
Uh, some of it is, and that's part of the reason that there's time limits on using this site.
Gotcha. Oh,
You
okay.
know,
This is
like I said, it's European paced. It's got people all over the world using it,
right.
and gets a lot of traffic. And they had to make limits to be able to keep up with demand.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it was last fall, they just did a serious major upgrade on the server hardware too.
Cool. So is
But some
this?
of,
Go ahead.
yeah, we went to a data chart instead of a graphical
Yeah,
chart.
I think so. So who operates this? Is this some kind of agency? Is it some kind of institution? Is this a person?
We'd have to find that in the table of contents too. I know that leads
Oh,
to
about us.
it's going to, yeah, if you go all the way about us, there you go.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, some of this stuff is calculated there on the fly, like you said. There's stuff for the iridium flares and whatnot. They've even got what they call beta software to deal with the iridiums that are tumbling and stuff.
wow.
And,
Yeah.
and they depend on, feedback from observers to give them details and observations of when they missed so that they can make the software a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty sure all that is done in-house.
Pretty cool. It looks like it's one guy.
Yeah, it's most of this stuff is automated, but he's got to be working day and night on the programming and debugging of the stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you can say, let's see, somewhere in there is where it's showing where all the sources are too. Oh, you found the graphical chart.
I think I did. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so we've got Mimas, Enceladus, Tethys, Dione, Rhea, Titan, and Iapetus.
Even more than Jupiter.
Well, they're all pretty bright. I think, which one is Titan? Yeah, Titan's the green one here. I know that. I think Iapetus is this one way out here. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and these moons are definitely visible easily in like an 8-inch scope. Easy. Probably even, oh, yeah, you might be able to see this in a 4-inch. Not quite sure. Maybe some of these might be too faint to see in a 4. But definitely in an 8, you should be able to see all of these. Just zipping around the planet for sure. Cool. Yeah, this is wow, just an amazing amount of work.
Yes.
Incredible.
And we haven't scratched the surface.
Yeah, well,
You know, and the mothership's calling both of us, I think.
you know, do you get that too?
Yeah, I get that sometimes too.
Man, I get that too. Too much. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Come
Did we
back over
both get
here.
that, Bobby? He's still muted. There you are.
So what do you
that's
think?
pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this out more, and you know, you might have just sold me on it. Um,
And like I said, a big thing about that is that email alerter, and you can spend a whole day fine tuning and tweaking that email alerter, and find out in 2 or 3 days time that you don't like the email you're getting, and go and spend another day tweaking it better. But pretty much anything you want advance notice of, the email alerter will send it to you in a daily email.
yeah, yeah. So that comes every day. It doesn't come like you know every when there's an event, you're not going to get an email. Sounds like
It,
it just sends you one a day, or can you
it's
select that?
basically it's like you setting up that big calendar page that had so much data on it, and you fine tuning that and saying, send me an email at this time of day every day with these events on it, and that's what you're going to get. And I get one of these emails at 4 a.m. every morning before. So when I get up first thing in the morning, even if Yahoo's a little slow with my email, by the time I get up, it's probably going to be there. You know,
Nice.
and I can look at that email and say, hey, I need to make sure I get outside tonight. Or, darn it, I wish I could have gone outside tonight, but CalSky is telling me it's going to be cloudy.
Right.
You know?
Wow. Yeah. Pretty nice. Yeah, that's an amazing piece of work for sure. Really impressed that it's one guy doing it. So that's all right. That's all right. That is dedication, you know, because yeah, like you said, he must be behind the scenes. He must be working really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Well, you know, I think it is about that time to get on out of here. I am, yeah. I'm definitely hearing it. So, yeah, let's get out of here for now. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming in. Uncle Bill, going through, you know, scratching the surface of CalSky.
You just hold the horses, okay?
What's that?
I had to tell Scotty he just have to wait another minute.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. I think let's get out of here.
I got my communicator.
Gotcha. All right, let's get out of here. So have a great evening, a great day. Smash the thumbs up if you so desire. Thumbs down. Make some comments. Spread the word too. You know, we talk astronomy here for about an hour-ish every day. So come on in anytime you want. You can come in every day. You can come in every week, every month, whichever you like. You are always welcome here. Always. As long as we stick, you know, to astronomy for the most part. So, all right. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, Uncle Bill. Thanks, Bobby. It's been great. I will see you guys on the spin. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Later.